Prabhupada ki jai. Jam Vishnupad Paramahams Pravachanam Astottara Shata Shishmas Divine Grace Abhay Charnarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Shri Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON Founder Acharya, Savior of the whole world, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai. Plana Singhadev ki jai. Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki jai. Tulsi Maharani ki jai. Radha Govinda ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naran Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhiraye Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2 and Text 5. Munayaha Sadhu Prushtaha Aham Munayaha Sadhu Prushtoham Bhavadbhi Loka Mangalam Bhavadbhi Loka Mangalam Yat Krutaha Krishna Samprashnaha Yat Krutaha Krishna Samprashno Enatma Suprasidati Enatma Suprasidati Munayaha Sadhu Prushtoham Bhavadbhir Lokamangalam Yatkrutaha Krishna Samprashno Enatma Suprasidati Munayaha Sadhu Prushtoham Bhavadbhi Lokamangalam Yatkrutaha Krishna Samprashno Enatma Suprasidati. Munayaha Sadhu Prushtoham Bhavadbhi Lokamangalam Krita Krishna Samprashno Enatma Suprasidati. Enatma Suprasidati. Munayaha Sadhu Prushtoham Bhavadbhi Lokamangalam Navrittaga Krishna Samprashno Enatma Suprasidati. Munayaha, O sages, Sadhu, this is relevant. Prishtaha, question. Aham, myself. Bhavadbihi, by all of you. Loka, the world. Mangalam, welfare. Yat, because. Krutaha, made. Krishna, the personality of Godhead. Samprashnaha, relevant question. yena, by which, atma, self, suprasidati, completely pleased. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation: O sages, I have been justly questioned by you. Your questions are worthy because they relate to Lord Krishna and so are of relevance to the world's welfare. Only questions of this sort are capable of completely satisfying the self. Please repeat. O sages, I have been justly questioned by you. Your questions are worthy because they relate to Lord Krishna and so are of relevance to the Lord's world's welfare. Only questions of this sort are capable of completely satisfying the self. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Since it has been stated herein before that in the Bhagavatam the absolute truth is to be known, the questions of the sages of Naimisharanya are proper and just because they pertain to Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Absolute Truth. In Bhagavad Gita, the Personality of Godhead says that in all the Vedas there is nothing but the urge for searching after Him, Lord Krishna. Thus the questions that pertain to Krishna are the sum and substance of all the Vedic inquiries. The whole world is full of questions and answers. The birds, beasts and men are all busy in the matter of perpetual questions and answers. In the morning the birds in the nest become busy with questions and answers, and in the evening also the same birds come back and again become busy with questions and answers. The human being, unless he is fast asleep at night, he is busy with questions and answers. The businessmen in the market are busy with questions and answers, and so also the lawyers in the court, the students in the schools and colleges. The legislators in the parliament are also busy with questions and answers, and the politicians and the press representatives are all busy with questions and answers. Although they go on making such questions and answers for their whole lives, they are not at all satisfied. Satisfaction of the soul can only be obtained by questions and answers on the subject of Krishna. Krishna is our most intimate master, friend, father and son, and object of conjugal love. Forgetting Krishna, we have created so many objects of questions and answers, but none of them are able to give us complete satisfaction. All things but Krishna give temporary satisfaction only. So if we are to have complete satisfaction, we must take to the questions and answers about Krishna. We cannot live for a moment without being questioned or without giving answers, because the Srimad Bhagavatam deals with questions and answers that are related to Krishna. We can derive the highest satisfaction only by reading and hearing this transcendental literature. One should learn the Srimad Bhagavatam and make an all-round solution to all problems pertaining to social, political or religious matters. Srimad Bhagavatam and Krishna are the sum total of all things. Dasanasta Bhaktivedanta Parpoto Madhyanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Nitinamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gauda Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So today morning I was searching in the Google how many people search on Google. That is my question to Google. So the Google answered that every second there are 99,000 searches. Every second, almost 1 lakh. And in a day it is 8.5 billion, because every second is 1 lakh. So whole population, thanks to the explosion of the social media, the technology, everybody has access to all these tools, searches, search engines, and so you can see so many people are searching for answers. They all have questions. Actually, there is one survey. What do you do after immediately you wake up? Most of them said, I look into my mobile. What messages came, what did I miss while I was asleep. So immediately, as soon as we get up, we see. So there is a question, what did I miss? What should I respond? Like that. So Prabhupada is saying here, we are actually asking a lot of questions and seeking answers throughout our day. Our day is full of these questions and answers. That's an interesting, angle Prabhupada brings. So here, Suta Goswami is congratulating the Munayaha, the sages. Sadhu Prishtoham, I have been questioned justly by you. Sadhu means very nice question. You have asked good questions. Why? Because Bhavadbhi Lokamangalam, your questions are for the welfare of the Loka, for the entire world. It is not for the satisfaction of an individual, but you are asking such questions which can give Lokamangalam, auspiciousness to the entire world. How is it that Yat Krutaha Krishna Samprashno? Because your questions are connected to Krishna. Yenatma suprasidati. This is an important line. Atma suprasidati. The soul is satisfied. So, actually, if we analyze in each and every one of our lives, we are all seeking satisfaction. Yes or no? Always we are seeking some satisfaction. Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, they clearly declare that the soul can be satisfied only in relation to Krishna. ఓన్లీ దేవుడితో సంబంధం మాత్రమే మనల్ని కంప్లీట్గా సాటిస్ఫాక్షన్ కలిగించగలుగుతుంది, అంతే. ఓన్లీ ద రిలేషన్షిప్ విత్ ద లార్డ్, దట్ సుప్రీం అట్రాక్టివ్ పర్సనాలిటీ ఆఫ్ గాడ్ హెడ్ శ్రీకృష్ణ, ఇన్ వాట్ ఎవర్ రిలేషన్ దట్ యు ఆర్ feeling, getting attracted to him, only that will satisfy the soul. So it is wired, hardwired. What is that? By creation, the soul is part and parcel of God, and we are happy only in his association or only in the relationship of service to Krishna. This is the only thing. Now this we have to get convinced. I am hardwired to God. That's all. There is no other alternative. By constitution, I was created like that. Actually, soul is not created. It's not a material thing. Material things are created. Soul is actually eternal. So eternally, permanently, we are part and parcels of Krishna. Mamai Vamsha Jivaloke Jivabhuta Sanatanaha. సనాతనంగా ఈ జీవభూతాలన్నీ అంటే మనం మమై వాంశ నా యొక్క అంశాలు అని చెప్తున్నాడు కృష్ణుడు. కృష్ణ ఈస్ డిక్లేరింగ్ ఎ వెరీ కాన్ఫిడెన్షియల్ సీక్రెట్ ఇన్ భగవద్గీత. ఈ సేస్ ఆల్ ద లివింగ్ ఎంటిటీస్ ఆర్ నథింగ్ బట్ మై ఓన్ అంశ, పార్ట్ అండ్ పార్సల్స్. యాక్చువల్లీ కృష్ణ ఫీల్స్ పొసెసివ్నెస్ on each one of us because we belong to him. We all belong to God. We are all part of God's family. మనందరం కూడా ఆ శ్రీకృష్ణుడి ఫ్యామిలీ మాట. హిస్ ఫ్యామిలీ is very big. The whole universe is his family. But then the problem is the soul is now engaged within this body. Soul is inside this body. Now you should now carefully understand, where is this soul? The soul is inside this body and the soul is seeing through the eyes. Who is seeing through the eyes? The soul is seeing, and it is seeing the world and it is trying to experience various things around us. So the soul is situated inside ఆత్మ. మనం ఆత్మస్వరూపులం లోన కూర్చుని మనం ఈ కళ్ళ ద్వారా బయటకు చూస్తున్నాం అన్నమాట. యాక్చువల్లీ వీ హ్యావ్ 5 senses by which we acquire knowledge, we acquire experiences, and another 5 senses by which we work. So for example, eyes, they are called knowledge acquiring senses. We acquire knowledge. Let us say in the corner, somewhere in the corner, let us say there is some fire and your eye sees, so you acquire the knowledge. Now there is a fire and we have to be careful. See, that is one. And then working senses means tongue works. I know when you are talking, when you are eating, there is a working that is going on. Hands, they're called working senses. Legs, working senses. Like that, this body has 10 senses, and each one of these senses are expecting satisfaction. We are continuously pulled by these senses. They want experience. You take the 5 prominent senses, the eyes, the ears, the nose, the tongue and the skin. All these, they continuously demand satisfaction. They continuously ask for more and more and more. For example, మనం ఎక్కడికైనా మన ప్లేట్లో కొన్ని ఐటమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, మంచి మంచి ఐటమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. లెట్ us say you are seated in a restaurant, we have ordered our items and let us say somebody else gets his plate, immediately our eyes will go there. And then వాడేం తింటున్నాడు లేదా ఎవడేం తింటున్నారు, నేనేమన్నా మిస్ అయిపోతున్నానా? ఐస్ ఆర్ కంటిన్యూస్లీ డిమాండింగ్ ఎనీథింగ్ దట్ ఈస్ మిస్సింగ్. ఇది మన పరిస్థితి మాట. భాగవతం కంపేర్స్ దీస్ 5 senses to 5 wives of a husband. Each one is pulling the husband into their own direction. This is the situation of each one of us. The conditioned soul is continuously been pulled in 5 directions. Eyes want, what is the eyes? Eyes want to see something beautiful always. Eyes are looking for beautiful forms. It could be people, it could be some items or things or objects, whatever. The colors and the forms, they attract the eyes. Always we are looking for beauty. And then ears, they always want more and more good music. Actually, again, one more question I have asked Google. What is that? Which format of the content is fast moving? Google, I mean, on the internet there is a lot of content, no? There are pictures, there are so many things. So, Google answered, it is video. And then it also says, particularly music. Music is very powerful content on the net. So the ears are always expecting that there should be good sound, nice music, songs, cinema songs or whatever songs it is expected. And then nose wants good smells, very pious, nice, wonderful smells. Let us say you are going by that, some of those our sagars we have. Suddenly you will see a stinking smell coming. In Delhi particularly, when you are passing through, there is a small canal of Yamuna comes. See, actually Yamuna is such a pious river, but we have polluted it. Immediately you will see your nostrils are attacked by pungent smells. You don't like it. And if you go by, Pasamailaram and those areas, the industrial smells come, again we don't like it. See, continuously we are analyzing what is coming to our senses and we are accepting something which is pleasing and we are rejecting something unpleasing, not very pleasing. So this is eyes. And then tongue. According to Shastra, tongue is the most difficult sense to control. Out of all the senses, let us say you have so many senses, what is the most difficult sense to control? We think many things, but actually Shastra is saying tongue is the most. Why? Lobomai sudurmati. Tongue is very, very greedy, highly greedy. It wants to taste more. Stomach is saying full, but tongue is saying no. So sometimes there is a kind of a conflict between all these senses and clashes. So tongue is very, very difficult. But tongue also has one more important function, and that is to produce sound. That means our language, our communication. Now if communication goes wrong, finish. So you can see how difficult sense is actually the tongue. If you can control these two functions, eating and the sounds that you produce, Bhagavad Gita says the sounds that we produce should be what is that verse in the 17th chapter? Anudvegakaram vakyam. Anudvega. Our vakyam, our sentences should be, anudvega means should not create any udvega in the others. Udvega means anxiety or tension. So you should not speak words that creates tension in others. Don't create tension to people. Anudvega karam. Udvega means a lot of anxiety in the heart. Anudvega karam vakyam. Then it should be truthful. Whatever we speak should be truthful. And it should be beneficial for the other person. See how Bhagavad Gita is nicely training us, how we should live happily in this world. If we can somehow manage our sounds like that, you are successful in it. So mind this, tongue should be always under control. So that's why in Krishna consciousness, what we say is, you should tightly control the tongue. That means what? Control means you should not eat or you should not talk. Actually, there are some paths are like that. There are some spiritual paths are also there. For example, in one path, they'll say, don't talk. They'll put, what do you call, they put all those masks and they won't talk. Because they know, if I talk, that is danger. Better don't talk. That is their philosophy. And, some spiritual path says, you should reduce your eating. As much as possible, reduce and make it zero. Now, if we hear those paths, we get scared. Oh my God. I enjoy cakes. I enjoy pizzas. all those things are gone. Krishna consciousness control is different. You can be relaxed. What is that? Krishna consciousness, what we say is, you eat only Krishna prasadam. And our Krishna, he eats cakes, pizzas, everything. So there is a way to offer to Krishna, nicely prepare items, wonderful items, and offer it to Krishna's pleasure. And Krishna guarantees in Bhagavad Gita, if it is offered with devotion, I will accept. You may be in the corner of some apartment. Your apartment is in one corner. In the whole universe, where is our apartment? It's like a smallest dot. In that, let us say you are calling Krishna, my Lord, this is all I could organize for you. This is the Naivedyam. You please accept. Krishna says he accepts that offering. He is with us. And if a devotee lovingly offers something, immediately Krishna reciprocates. He accepts that offering, but at the same time, he keeps everything back so that we can eat. Sometimes there are stories where Krishna eats like us. That means he finishes completely. There is nothing for us. He can eat like that also. There is a pastime where one Archaka is there. He is a very great devotee. And so he is worshipping Krishna regularly. And one day, because of some urgency, he had to go to the next village. So then he calls his little son and says, see, at so and so time, you should go and offer this plate to Krishna like this, like that, and he teaches the boy. Because ultimately offering has to happen. So that boy very nicely he listens. He is also a very, devoted boy. And then, the father very painfully, he doesn't want to leave the service, but what to do? He goes to out of station. And then that boy organizes the plate. At the right time he goes and he offers the plate. And as father said, he is ringing the bell and is chanting the mantras and says, Krishna, please eat. Krishna, please eat, like that he says. And then nothing happens. Plate is as it is. The boy started crying. If my father comes, what will he think? He thinks that I have not done anything. Krishna, so he is crying and is requesting Krishna, will you please eat like that. So by seeing his, appeals, Krishna actually, he takes the plate and he eats. In the deity form, please understand, Krishna is not limited in any form. He may be looking like a deity for us, but he is same Chidananda Rupa, Sachidananda Rupa. Lord is present, is watching. Everything is watching. He is seeing the emotions of the child and then he eats. Then the next day also it happens. Then the father comes. He says, where is prasadam? He says, no, Krishna ate everything. He said, Hare? And then the father decided, okay, next day I will watch. So father hidden himself behind the pillar and he sent the boy to offer. Again the boy takes the plate and then he is calling Krishna, come please eat, like that. And then he sees Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is nicely eating. As soon as he sees, he faints. He thinks, my God, my son is more advanced than me. I could not have darshan of the Lord, but he has personally seen Krishna eating also. This is our devotee's life. We are happy seeing Krishna happy. If the Lord can take our Naivedya, our life is successful. And then that food is called prasadam. See, when you offer, it is called Naivedya. It is called Bhoga. But after offering, after Krishna accepts, then that is called prasadam. Prasadam means his mercy. His one sense grossly, he has left it for us. So that is also his mercy. So when we accept that mercy, prasadam, please understand, we are directly touching Krishna's mercy. The food that he touched, we are accepting and we are honoring. So this is actually devotee's whole body transforms. Prasade sarva dukkhanam. It is said that when you honor prasada, sarva dukkhanam, అన్ని దుఃఖాలను తొలగిస్తుందండి. మన జీవితంలో ఉండే దుఃఖాలన్నింటినీ గ్రాడ్యువల్గా తీసేస్తుంది. జస్ట్ ప్రసాదం eating. So now you can imagine how powerful it is, our process. So Krishna consciousness, control means not negation. Stop. No. What we are saying is, you offer to Krishna and then you accept. Only whatever Krishna eats, I will eat. After all, Krishna is my father, my master. Whatever he eats, I will eat. Whatever he gives to me, I will eat. This is our this thing. Actually, you should see what we offer on his Janmashtami birthday. We offer 108 items. All the Brahmanas, very neat, clean environment. In fact, actually Matajis, many Matajis, they come and they all cook for Krishna. While cooking, they are chanting, they are thinking this will be taken by the Lord, so should be very careful, not too spicy. You are not giving to some ordinary person, you are giving into the Supreme Lord. So with great affection, they all prepare these 108 items. See, this is called Krishna consciousness. You are conscious that Krishna is going to, he is going to honor this, he is going to enjoy this food. So, everybody is very conscious. And then actually the Lord takes all those. Actually, there is one small incident. Prabhupada's time it happened. Once Prabhupada comes to one temple, he just arrives into the temple. As soon as he arrives, so he goes for darshan. So he stands in front of Radha Krishna and he is gazing at them, and then he is having prayers and all that. And suddenly he calls, "Where is the temple president here?" Immediately the devotees run around and then brings the temple president to him. And then Prabhupada says, who washed the plates for offering bhoga to Krishna? You have to put it in a plate now. Who washed these plates? Prabhupada, there is one brahmachari who washed that. And then Prabhupada says, Krishna, he complained to me that a plate is not properly washed. And then temple president goes inside to inquire who washed, and then they figured out who washed and who made the plate, the pujari. And pujari says, yes, today because of some urgency, time is getting over, I could not see whether the plate is properly cleaned. And brahmachari says, I also washed very quickly. Actually, it is not clean. So how did Prabhupada know? He just arrived from somewhere, but he knows that the plate is not properly washed. So the Lord is actually always dealing with us. You should never feel alone. None of us are alone. మనెవరం కూడా నేను ఒంటరి వాడిని అనేసి అనుకోకూడదు. We are not anadha. We are sanadha. మనం అనాథలం కాదు, మనం అందరం కూడా Lord is with us. So a devotee who experiences this, then suprasidasi, his heart will be satisfied. This satisfaction is impossible if you try to satisfy these various pullings of the senses. The more you try to satisfy, they demand more. One devotee is praying to Krishna, my Lord, all my life I tried satisfying these senses and their demands, but even though now I have become very old, still they are demanding. They are never satisfied. Whole life I am only working for them, but still they have plundered my life, but still they are not satisfied, and I am not satisfied. So this is the nature of the senses. So how do we then put them into right path? Actually, in relation to Krishna. You want to eat nice varieties? No problem. First you offer to Krishna. The thinking should be, this is for Krishna's pleasure, and then I will take it. And then whenever you are talking connected to Krishna. Now this is most difficult. How do I talk about Krishna? How do I enhance these conversations about Krishna? Here the hint is given, ask questions. We all can, whenever we come together, we can ask questions. While preparing, what should I put? What should I not put? Ekadashi, what is this? And then timings. There are so many things to discuss even in Krishna consciousness. So devotees know how we can make our life very bright and colorful and wonderful if we can have a lot of questions and answer seeking about the Supreme Lord and about this process of bhakti. So that's why Sota Goswami is congratulating the sages that what a wonderful sadhu prashtoham. You have asked very nice questions because they are Krishna samprashna. They are all connected to Krishna. So one thing we should know, as I was discussing in the beginning, we are actually intimately connected to Krishna. Each one of us. See, we should not think, like for example, there is some hero, popular hero. There will be lakhs of people surrounding him and they are trying to get his attention. And then, that hero is also trying to see everybody and then, give a smile and we are all waiting for it. I see these scenarios many times. Recently, I happened to go to Vijayawada. They gave some special pass for the swearing in ceremony. I was actually not very much willing to go because I know there will be a lot of crowds, but devotee said, Prabhu, no, I know he may expect. There is a good pass is there, very close to the stage and all that. So anyway, we went there and lakhs of people. Whole city is flooded with people. They're all Abhimanulu Mata. They're all fans of the chief minister. And this time the chief minister got a massive mandate and then lakhs of people are, and then the whole pandal is running into kilometers and people are just seated and waiting for the chief minister to come for the swearing in ceremony, and he is coming along with the prime minister. Now you say it's a double masala for people and they're all chanting Jai Jai Jindabad, all those things are going on, and then comes the chief minister and prime minister. That's all I have seen in the that big display is there. Everybody stood up and then waving their flags and whistles and all those things. And Babu is also waving his hand, and Modi ji is also waving his hands and acknowledging everybody and this and that. And then the incumbent chief minister, he comes to the mic and says, I so and so As soon as he mentioned his name, everybody again bursted into happiness and this and that. See, you see this, no? Actually, this is not unnatural for us. We get fascinated by, these. What is this which is fascinating about Chandrababu Naidu or Narendra Modi? Are they very handsome people? They are actually old people now. What is that which is fascinating? Power. Power attracts. అది చూడగానే నేను మా వాళ్ళతో చెప్తున్నాను, ఇమాజిన్ కృష్ణ ఆర్ విష్ణు ఇఫ్ హీ కమ్స్, what will be the arrangement? When Lord comes, this is a different arrangement. In fact, Bhagavatam says even the planetary systems will be adjusted in such a way that there are good stars and good planetary systems and everything. His muhurta can be unmatched. He is like that. But whereas these politicians have to match the muhurta and then they have to come exactly. Krishna is ulta. He decides and everything gets adjusted. That is the Lord's position. So here the crucial difference is either the chief minister or prime minister, they all feel for their followers, but they cannot give any personal attention. So when we hear that we are all connected to Krishna, you should not think, okay, we will all be there and we will be waving and Krishna maybe is struggling to see each one of us. No. Krishna's situation is not like that. Individually, we have a relation with the Lord. Individually. He is already present with us as Paramatma. He is there. Paramatma Rupanlo already he is expanded. Prati Jiviki he likes so much. He is so loving. He stays with us. We are not anada. Mana anadalam kaadu, manto paate untadu Krishnudu eppudu kuda. So this is the great science. We all can experience Krishna's presence. Even now you can experience. And if you perfect your chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you can perfect this chanting, service to the holy name, then you can experience Krishna's presence in our very existence. There is no need of moksha or something to go there and then experience Krishna. No, it is possible very much in our regular current life. Okay, so questions and answers. Ask yourself or others various interesting questions about Krishna and then try to get answers. Now coming to our parampara, we encourage questioning. In some religions, if you question, if you question anything, you will be finished. But we are saying no, you can ask any question. Because Bhagavatam is confident. In the end of the purport, Prabhupada is saying Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. It is a literary incarnation. It is the summum bonum, complete of everything. Everything is present in this. So we have no doubts. All doubts are answered in this great literature. So nicely exercise your intellectual appetite while reading Prabhupada books. Go on asking questions, try to get answers, or if there is anything that you need help, we are all available. And like that we can progress nicely in this path of wonderful journey of reaching God, of experiencing God.